What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna drink moldy berry juice. Okay, this is a recipe that I got from the book We Want to Live from Arjun's Wonder Planets, and it is basically there to detox from heavy metals. Those that you get from injections, such as the injections that I sadly got in 2021. So I'm gonna show you the moldy berries so that you don't think I'm fucking with you. Here they are. They are dripping on my floor, but whatever. They are 10 weeks old. So what you basically do is you take these berries, or take some berries. I've used raspberries, and you can also use strawberries, whatever pleases your tastes. You put them into a jar with the lid um, not too loose, with the lid actually loose so that air gets in, and then you wait until they get moldy, and then you put them into the fridge for 10 whole weeks, and then you get this, and within there are molecules that bind with the ions of heavy metals, also light metals such as aluminium, which in my past I've consumed a lot of aluminium from canned tuna, all of these kind of things, and that is definitely something that I need to get rid of. And this is where this book actually comes in very handy. Uh, I would recommend all of you to pick up this book. It's quite expensive, but you can go to arjunus.net and read it online. But it's I believe very important for all of you to read it. So let's try this shit. Molded berry juice. I would have never imagined that in my life I would drink something like that. Uh, It smells. I would say it smells like wine in a way. It's hard to say. I've definitely smelled this before. It kind of smells like when something gets wet. For example, there's a wooden floor and it gets wet and it starts to get moldy. This is basically what it smells like. So yeah, this is 125 milliliters about, which is half a cup, which is what Arjunus recommends. So let's see what it tastes like. Ooh, okay. It basically tastes like water. It's slightly bitter, not really bitter. It's not where you are like, oh, I gotta spit this out. It almost just tastes like water, basically. Yeah, I would say this basically tastes like dirty pond water, I guess. It's not bad whatsoever. I mean, it's way better than what I would have imagined, actually. Hmm, quite interesting. So, yeah, this is supposed to give you more energy because I believe you have more amino acids or something like that. I don't quite remember what it what exactly it was for, but I mean, I'm gonna try it anyways. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really doesn't taste that bad, honestly. Mm. A lot of chunks at the ground, I guess. It's not bad. So this is something that this is kind of what forces a detoxification of the heavy metals. Arjunus said that you can do it, but that you don't need to do it because, colds, the flu, whatever, diarrhea, and so on will detoxify the body anyways, so you don't actually have to force any kind of detoxifications. But I thought to myself, I'm feeling very good, and I was like, yeah, why not force a detoxification? This will probably, he said that you will feel quite lethargic, you'll feel a little bit tired and in low energy for 30 days. So basically, the symptoms start 30 days after drinking this, and then they last for 30 days. So, you know, in about 2 months, everything will be gone. And yeah, I believe it said that it increases the amount of stable amino acids that you will have in your blood, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, so the people that he had in this book, that he gave this to, had a 30% increase in stable amino acids. Because what happens is the injections, such as the, Schmovid injection, those build antibodies that, are alive for quite a long time. He says for polio, for example, for up to 50 years. And those will continuously feed on your stable amino acids. So you basically don't actually need them, obviously, but they will still, because they are continuously alive for no fucking reason whatsoever, that's why they will feed on your stable amino acids. And I was like, yeah, well, why not get rid of this shit and hopefully increase my health. Yeah, I will probably give you some updates in 1 month, 2 months, whatever, if I feel any different. Yeah, will be quite interesting, to be honest. So yeah, you could maybe do the same again. I highly recommend picking this book up. I think I got it relatively cheap. I paid about 50 euros for this book, which is cheap. I think if you go on Amazon now and try to buy it, it's I think 120. It's the expanded and revised 2005 edition of We Want to Live. So highly recommend that shit. Very interesting read, and it has a lot of recipes and a lot of kind of remedies. For example, if you have a headache, he explains what kind of shit you have, like what causes the headache and how to fix it, all that kind of stuff. Very interesting. I think I'm talking too much. You already saw what you already saw what you came for. See you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.